Hey y'all, this is Destiny checking in with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast. I thank you for the support. I know that it has been months and months and months since I have recorded, and things in life has been happening, and so it is one of my New Year's goals, one of my New Year resolutions, I guess you could say, to try my best to get back on business as it pertains to the podcast. And so I am officially back. This is my first episode of January. I am working on a schedule and a to-do list. And so as I begin to solidify how I want to release the episodes, I will definitely let you guys know. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media avenues. I have some new business ventures, if you will, so make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you're following my page on Facebook. Make sure that you share this podcast with your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, all of that beautiful stuff. Now, on to today's topic. So today, I really want to take some time to talk about peace and positivity. And I'm internally laughing because this is my fourth time, I believe, attempting to record this episode. And so I'm really going to get it done today. So here we go. So when I'm talking about peace and positivity, I know that it is a new year. And so when it is a new year, everybody has this new year, new me, new goals thing going on, right? And so I'm not really a big fan of New Year's resolutions. However, I do believe that when you get to a new year, you do kind of need to reevaluate yourself, where you are and what things you have going on. And so part of what I hope to do, part of what I want to do, is put myself in a predicament and put myself in a situation in which I'm only accepting peace and positivity. That has been my mantra for quite some time now, but I really want to work hard to ensure that this year, as I move into my 32nd year of life, that I work for peace and positivity. Now, I'm not going to say that things don't happen. You are not going to have every single day be peachy king. Every single day is not going to be perfect. There are going to be days where you're just out of it, or something negative happens, something bad happens, God forbid, and you're literally just out of it. And so being peaceful and being positive is just not what you can do at that moment. But what I am saying about peace and positivity is that in those moments when things get tough, you remind yourself of who you are and what it is that you originally wanted, what it is that you originally strive for. And so I am a constant I'm a constant self-reminder. I constantly remind myself of the things that I want, the things that I need, and how peace and positivity and all of those things are necessary for my success. They're necessary for my sanity, and they're necessary for me to be able to do all that I have to do. And so I don't want this podcast to sound like I'm coming from a place of like, oh, everything is just peachy king in your life. Your life is just perfect. You don't deal with issues. Man, baby, if you only knew. Like, if you are Tiana or Therese, you know how much I actually deal with behind the scenes. But I work really hard to balance it. And I work very hard to kind of keep things at an even keel. And so I don't care who you are, what stage you are in your life, whether you're a student listening to this, or a working parent, or just a working individual, a sister, a brother, a father, a mother, a husband, whatever role you have, be it as a young person or be it as an adult, really try to strive for peace and positivity. And there are going to be people who knock you off your square. There are going to be people whose whole intention, it seems, is to be negative. And you have literally got to put a wall up. You have literally got to put yourself in a different space than them. I know that for me specifically, like working and doing the job that I do, I swear that there's someone every day attacking my peace and positivity. It could be a coworker, it could be a student, it could be anything. And I really work hard to kind of ignore that stuff. I really work hard to try to put myself back on balance so that they don't knock me completely off. I laughingly say, like, coffee cures all things. But that is my space. So, like, that's my thing that I need to be peaceful. That's my thing that I need to be positive. And so I challenge you in your search for peace and positivity to figure out what it is that you need to be peaceful and what it is that you need to be positive. And then whatever that thing is, hold on to it. Try to make sure that it's not a vulgar thing. Because we don't want vulgarity mixed with peace and positivity, because the vibe is just off. But literally try to find a thing, find your niche that puts you in a position where you can be peaceful and where you can be positive at all times. I recently decided, like, hey, I wanted to take some of the things that I say that people seem to latch on to, cook on to, and I wanted to turn that into something. And so I recently began the process of launching my own journal line. And in the launching of my journal line, I was reminded about how writing helped me. I tell everybody to write all the time. And so when I tell people to write, it is literally because that's kind of my method for self-therapy and self-help. I know that there is a huge push in the Black community, especially for us to begin to get mental help and begin to get mental support. And I am 1,000% behind that. I am literally 1,000% behind it. But I know that for not everybody, myself being one of those people, getting to counseling or going to therapy might not be the easiest thing. And so I began to use writing as a way to express my thoughts and express my feelings and get things out that trouble me. That is one of the ways that I strive for peace and positivity. It may be that you're out there and you're listening and you're like, yeah, I got to say a prayer before I go into work. Or, yeah, I got to listen to my favorite song before I go into work. I literally have car concerts every morning. And to be honest, it's 100% trill music. Why? Because that is how I do my work. Like, that is how I get myself ready. That is how I kind of communicate to my spirit, communicate to myself, like, you got this today. And it's not, hood gospel is not the best gospel, but that is how I strive for my peace and positivity. I always say a prayer before I go into work, before I start my day, because it literally helps me ground myself. It literally helps me remember and remind myself of all the things that I need to be proud of, all the things that I have accomplished, and that with struggle, I can use God. I can find my relationship with God. I can use my spirituality and my beliefs to find that peace and positivity. And so I say all of that to say, whatever you are struggling with, whatever you are dealing with, try your best to lead with peace and positivity. And when you become peaceful and when you become a genuinely positive person, there are going to be people who don't like it. But it doesn't matter, because when you become peaceful and when you become positive, everything that you do will be done from a place of peace and positivity. And you will find yourself being a better person. You will be a happier person. You will be a better friend. And so if you're out there today and you're listening and you're struggling with something, it is my hope that you find peace. It is my hope that you find positivity. It is my hope that you are able to stand on your own and realize that even when someone is trying to knock you off your square, peace and positivity is your ultimate goal. And so that is my message for today. That is my message for this week. That is my message for the year. It is literally peace and positivity in my life all 2020. I don't care who you are and what it is. It is only peace and positivity, because that is how I function. That is how I stay sane. That is how I am whole, and that is how I am happy. And so my message for you today, my thoughts for you today is try to find your peace and positivity. And once you find it, hold on to it. Never let it go. And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I'll see you guys soon.